The Ravens today's matchup wanting to find a way to walk out of the stadium with win number 5 on the season. It's the Redskins going up against the Ravens. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland.
First game up. Dwayne, Tom, Israel.
Throwing, Cousins. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go now.
Cousins now on second down. Completes it right side to Doxson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. 6 yards to go here on second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A penalty is declined.
They'll run here with Sims. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The 7th play now in this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and that brings up 4th down. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. They're led by their veteran quarterback in his 9th year now out of Delaware. It's Joe Flacco.
Started the first...
Starts with Sims. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And Reed with it over the middle. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So a field goal apiece, that's all we have here in this first quarter. 3-3 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. They come up in an offset eye. Now they run with Sims. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
That's taken on the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. No touchdown scored yet so far.
Yeah, none whatsoever. Back near the goal line, Cousins. And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. And the blitz was on there, able to get in the backfield from the linebacker spot and get him 2 points.
Brandon, we know a defensive coordinator right now who's looking for a raise. He had that dialed in perfectly, didn't he? The perfect blitz and the perfect...
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push them back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Cousins now, out to the left here to Reed. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. 2nd down, Cousins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 3rd down, Cousins. He's got time. Great protection. Now he'll let it go. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. They give him a gain of 37. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of dismay.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys have got it back. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for... So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. To start the drive to Sims. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Throwing is Cousins. Jordan Reed has it. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Throwing, Cousins. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here. Sims. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went. And the drive begins here with Sims. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up. Not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try to open things up in the run game.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now a second down throw for Cousins. And Reed with it over the middle. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd down. 5 yards to gain here on 3rd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands,
speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get the 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 5 yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually up to about 3 to 4 steps and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people.
Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they have... And here come the Redskins now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Cousins on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Charles Sims, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Cousins again. And this is going to be incomplete. 3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. To the air again, it's Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith, and they will take over at the... And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting...